Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone that's been watching the channel so far, especially through 2025. It's another year. We've all survived another year. Let the shit continue for one more year. Alright, I just want to talk about some things today. It's been a crazy year this year. It's been unbelievable in terms of the channel life, the ups, the downs, and everything else. So I want to talk about a few things today. It seems like a good day to do it, and then we'll talk about the future of the channel and everything in between. So right now, check it out. Right now we're in Hanoi. There's beautiful Hanoi in Vietnam. So we're chilling out in Vietnam right now. I just left China. I couldn't get a visa in China, just a transit visa, so I only had 10 days there. I'm hoping I can go back again if I manage to get another month visa. But I managed to visit Shenzhen and some surrounding cities and have a look at some arcades there. But let's talk about the year so far. So there were positive things, really positive things. I did a road trip through Europe. We drove through France, met some of the French community, visited a lot of arcades, went all around Spain, the whole perimeter of Spain. I went to Madrid. We met the communities in Madrid again. I knew them before from various tournaments and things, so it was great hanging out, seeing Ivan's arcade. Well done, Ivan. I think they have 3 locations now. We visited all 3, 2 in Madrid, 1 in Barcelona. We went all the way around, all the way through Portugal, met some really cool people in cool arcades there, up to Barcelona, and met some of the Barcelona community, and weirdly met people I met back in 2006. So absolutely crazy how you can follow your interests and meet people 2 decades later. Insane. Went across to Italy, all around Italy. Visited so many arcades in Italy. I think like over 60 or something like that. Is insane, especially the Rimini area. When I got to Rimini, I saw how many arcades were there. I decided to get a hotel and stay 2-3 weeks, I think it was. It was absolutely insane. But I uploaded pretty much every arcade in Rimini on this channel. It was just endless, as you saw. And then went across to Slovenia. Didn't find much in Slovenia. Croatia, not much there either. But then ultimately ended up going through Germany, Austria, and Czech Republic. Found some really cool things in Czech Republic. Austria, not too much going on. We met the community in Berlin, so the newer community. I think I know 3 generations of communities in Berlin. So we met the new pump community, really nice guys. Yeah, had a really good time in Berlin. I was a bit disappointed that we only could stay, I think, 2 days there, but such a nice community, and I hope, you know, they get more machines, more places to play, and something maybe better than Game State. We know how Game State is. And then went through to the Netherlands and met some of the guys there at their arcade. I have that video on my channel. Met some new faces and some old ones all the way back from Euro Cup many years ago. But Max and Hannah, who we met in Euro Cup in Italy, went back to the Netherlands, so we re-met them there a couple of weeks later. Went to their local arcade, hung out. Really cool people. So the first 3 months of the year, well, middle of the year, absolutely insane. There's so many people, saw so many arcades, and it was really cool. And after, you know, a couple months later, went to Thailand, Hong Kong, China, and now currently in Vietnam. So I have all those videos to upload. So amazing year with positives, especially. There are some negatives as well. You know, you have positives, you always have negatives. It's life. So the last, I think, 3 years now, I've had 3 court cases. It's absolutely insane legal battle, honestly. But once you've done 1 or 2, the stress is completely removed because it's not an unknown anymore. It's finally ended. All 3 of them ended, I think, last week or something like that, and every single one absolutely positive. One of them I'm being compensated for almost a decade to come from now, so that's pretty cool. So in the end, I made a lot of posts about this before. A lot of people jumping on bandwagons because that's how people are. Maybe I'll talk about that in a second, but ultimately it doesn't matter what your opinion is. it doesn't matter what side you take. When something goes to the court of law, you provide all the evidence from both sides, right? And ultimately, what gets decided is down to the legal system. That's what matters at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what they say, it's irrelevant. It's just opinion of people who don't know the full story. It goes to the court of law, which is public, by the way. You can always look it up. And who did they decide who should get compensated for all of this shit that's happened for the last 3 years? I'm not even going to talk about it anymore, but it's a lot of stress. It's been very annoying. I've had to empty my entire Facebook of stupid people, and now I'm just surrounded by good people I know, not acquaintances that get close and disappear. It's just been an annoying experience. So what I've learned over the last 3 years, and here's some New Year's advice, is to surround yourself by people who are good to you, who message you, ask you how you're doing, you know. You don't need people who say, oh wow, that was a good score you got the other day, or that was something good you did, because yeah, they could be a good person, but it's just not someone you need, you know. And it's always good to have a group of people who can support you, keep around you, and you can support them as well. It always works both ways, you know. Always keep these relationships open, and other people you need to surround yourself with. And talking about people who you should surround yourself with, and talking of the new year, think about where you are in life right now. Are you happy? Are you unhappy? Do you want to be here, but you're here? You know, surround yourself by people who are in a position higher than you. Look at what you want to do, where you want to be in the future, and surround yourself by those types of people. If you feel you're in a dead-end job, a dead-end situation, and you're hanging around with dead-end friends, you're going to be a product of those people. You are a product of your friends, your family, and the people you surround yourself with. So think about that. You know, even if you start tomorrow, today, with just hanging out with one person of where you want to be in the future, you know, you've already started the year on a positive. Eventually, in time, you're going to slowly sort of see slow, gradual changes. If you want all of this in one day, in 1 week, maybe you want to lose a lot of weight, for example, you can't just quit everything on day one. Just quit one tiny thing, and over time, start quitting little things. As soon as you start to make drastic changes, it's not going to stick. You know, that's the key to success. So look at where you are now and figure out where you want to be. That's like my New Year's advice for you. But it's quite interesting what's happened. I wouldn't say I'm very accomplished. I wouldn't say I had a very good year, but if I sit back and think what I've achieved, then I'm quite happy, because I forget about most of the things I've done. And this is personal to me. Maybe you have things you've achieved you've kind of forgotten about. You think you're a total loser, for example, but sit and think what you've achieved, what you've done, how happy you've made people. Maybe you don't make the most money in the world, maybe you don't have the best job in the world, but maybe making someone happy is an accomplishment for you. Maybe having a family is an accomplishment to you, and that's personal to you. If you're happy, then that's all that matters. You don't need to be a lawyer, a doctor, or an engineer, you know. So some advice there: just work out where you want to be and make small steps towards it. It doesn't come in one day. So that's my advice to you. So yeah, right now we're in Hanoi in Vietnam. We did Ho Chi Minh City and Saigon last year. Really cool. Vietnamese people are so nice. When we're in China, the attitude was very random. Some people were very rude and angry. Some people were very nice and welcoming. It is so random, but certainly when we're in certainly when we're in Vietnam, Thailand, it's a very friendly and nice culture. People will say hello, 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 all the time. So it's a really nice country to be in. Probably staying here a few weeks, something like that, then move on from there. But I want to thank everyone for supporting the channel so far. People who comment on the videos. Now, lately, because I'm from a different generation, and I've been looking at the demographics for my videos, and the mean age that watches my videos are in their 30s, which was quite surprising because I do get people commenting from their teens, their 20s, their 40s, so it's a bit random. But I do think people that comment and spend time to comment are also from a different demographic as well, so it gives you a false sense of who supports your channel, but the metrics don't lie. So I do want to say thank you to everyone that's been watching, but especially commenting on the videos. Now, this is a hobby of mine. It's not a career. I make almost zero. I make a huge negative running this channel. So it's just a hobby. But when people are quite negative, they're saying, do this, make more tours. It's just annoying to me because for me, my opinion on YouTube is it's your channel, your tube. That's the idea of it. It's an old CRT TV, right? The tube in there. It's your channel. You do what you want. But the way society is coming, the way the generations move on, is everyone's turning into a consumer. All they know how to do is consume, 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 consume. And for me, my personality is to challenge society. I have based opinions, you know, because I'm more analytical, ISTP personality type, right? That's what I do. That's my personality. But I do think that's why I am individual as a person. So many people I see follow the crowd. They don't want to say much. They just want to go under the radar, live a normal life. But the way I look at life is, do you want to be on your deathbed, ready to die, and a person comes in the room and said, oh, hey, Steve, you're that guy that just sort of didn't really say anything. You always stood at the side of the room, agreeing with everybody else, following the crowd. Is that how you want to be remembered, you know? Maybe 2 generations from now, no one's even going to remember you existed. No one's going to even remember your name. No one's even going to remember you had any impact on this planet for the last 75, 85 years of your existence. Now, if you're happy with that, then that's cool. You know, that's your opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But my take on that is, you are an individual, you know. Depending what religion or what things you believe, you could be on this planet multiple times. But maybe there's a chance that's all bullshit and it's not true. Maybe this is your only time. So why not use that opportunity to, you know, reach for something higher, be something else, be something better, be individual, be a unique person, you know? You don't need to agree with everyone. If you see something you don't slightly agree with, maybe say something, do something different. Challenge everyday things we see every single day and nobody ever questions it. We have hundreds of people coming to the UK on lifeboats. People complain on Facebook and on the internet, but are they actively doing anything? If I saw my local town the other day, the Christmas tree was leaning, there was no lights, all the buildings are dirty, it's an absolute dump. People complain on the internet, but is anyone going out there with a plastic bag picking up the trash? No, they're not, because society is. You complain on the internet, you're like blah 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 blah. No one does anything. No one actively does anything. They could create a PDF document 100 pages long saying that this person is an asshole. That's not going to do anything. It has no meaning on anything. It's just a complete waste of time. So in my opinion, growing up in the 90s, early 2000s, looking at the generation now, I have a point of comparison. You know, I'm old enough to have a point of comparison to compare how each decade was, and the decade I'm living in. It's not very nice. It's very horrible, in fact. But if you've only been alive for one generation, and that's the generation you're in, you don't have a point of comparison. You think it's perfectly normal to consume every single day and expect more to consume, and pay for memberships, pay for games you can't hold in your hand. Very normal. And I understand everyone is different, generations are different, people from different generations are different. But the key is we all have to communicate to each other, love each other, support each other. We're all in it together. You know, it doesn't matter where you're from, what country you live in, what religion you have. That's the idea, right? We all have to survive on this stupid thing together. But as an individual, what you can do is be unique, be true to yourself, and do as much as you can do as much as you think you can achieve. and go from there. That's all I'm gonna say on the matter. There's a lot of hidden nuggets in there. Some people will get those, some people won't. But that's basically the message, right? And you can do what you can do from that. So I think that's everything. The last thing I want to talk about is the future of the channel. Now, historically, I've been going to all these arcades. I'll go to a new city, I'll load up the map, visit as many arcades as possible. I think in Indonesia we must have gone to like 30 time zones, and they're all pretty much copies of each other, right? So lately when I've been posting videos, I don't get many comments. K9, Anthony Richardson, Patrick Mendoza, you know who you are. You comment on every video, and that's awesome. I love that a lot. I love the feedback. I love that someone can consume something, but just take a little time to say thank you, or take a little time to say, Sean, you're talking bullshit, but I appreciate it. Anything, something, say something. So it's just a bit, it's not annoying, it's just disappointing. But I don't think that's to do with my videos. I think it's to do with society in general. We're all preoccupied with things around us all the time. Netflix, gadgets, job, work, bills, everything. I understand, it's not a big deal. But I think moving forward, I'm going to take a lot less videos. Now, and when I say that, I mean a lot less videos I'm going to upload. I'm still going to take my videos. I've been taking videos for decades. I have so many videos I've never uploaded. And I think I'm going to continue on that front. What I'm going to upload is maybe just a few from each city. And that way you can consume the best ones. And everything else I just won't bother with, because I think I want to spend more time on other things, other projects, other achievements. I want to try and get another Guinness World Record. I'm working on something right now. And it's not related to video games, dance games, or anything like that. So I just think less time on this, which is making a negative, but it is, you know, it's still enjoyable. But to go to every single arcade, upload the video, and I'm not really getting any feedback. When I used to upload, we used to have discussions on the arcades, and it was really cool. But now it's a lot less social, and I miss that a lot. So due to that, I don't see the point, to be honest. That's sort of where I am now, and I'm being honest with that. I'd rather spend more time on my travel channel and other things that are just completely not related. I do about 20 different things. So the gaming one is not really fulfilling much in my life right now. So that's the future of the channel. But I will try and upload a couple of nuggets. I just think it's not really worth it for what I'm getting. And that's a social experience, a social feedback on some of the videos. But that's cool. That's my channel, right? That's my opinion. So all right. So yeah, that's my New Year's message. I encourage you to do something new, do something different, and try and be a better person. Even if you are a better person now, try to become a little better in some way. Well, none of us are perfect, none of us are great, but we all try to be, right? I think that's it. Okay, I think I'm waffling now, so thank you for watching and supporting the channel, and I'll see you in another video coming soon. I think Thailand is next, then we're doing Hong Kong, so that's a little sample of what's to come. Okay, goodbye from Ho Chi Minh, Jesus Christ. Goodbye from Hanoi. Okay. We're on floor 31. Oh boy. Okay. Take care, guys.